first of all, I want to give tremendous credit to Notre Dame, Coach Kelly. They have a heck of a football team. Very well coached, have a very, very good football team. But that was a tremendous environment for college football tonight, and it was a great privilege to coach in that game. It really was. I mean, when you coach college football, you dream of coaching in games of teams of that magnitude, that tradition, that history, and to go out there and just go toe to toe and have a slugfest and and be able to play in a game like that. It was a true privilege to coach in that, and a true privilege to coach the players that I'm coaching. There's a tremendous amount of heart and soul in that group. As simple as it sounds, your goals each week in college football are try to find a way to take steps forward and improve as coaches and players. I think we continually do that. We continually find ways to do that. Football is truly a team sport, guys. It's certainly made up of critical pieces and teams. And what we had to do at halftime was go back and get all those pieces functioning together. And we had played, they had outplayed us in the first half. But at the same time, it was a 17-10 game, which is a one-possession, one-score game. So and we had chances. Tell our kids control what you can control. That's what they did, how they compete, how they play. And I'm so proud to be able to coach them, and I think our fans, I'd like to say a special thank you to them tonight for that atmosphere and environment out there. But I think they're proud of the guys in that locker room, too, of how they compete and lay their heart and souls out there on the line each week for them. To me, that's what the true Seminole Spirit's about. It's what being unconquered is about. And, you hear me say this all the time. It's not about winning and losing, though, guys. It's really not. I know everyone wants to hear that and you think it's a cliche. It's not. It's about competing. It's about love, trust, and believe in each other, and competing for your teammate, and never quitting, and finding ways to persevere. The Navy SEALs have a saying for it. It's called find an excuse to win. We find excuses to win. You can say whatever you want. Is this team as dominant? Is it this? Is it not as spectacular as whatever? This team understands how to win. It has character. It has culture. And it's about developing this group into the best football team it can be. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't trade it for any team in America. We got a lot of growing to do in a lot of areas, but I'll grow with this team. I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be coaching it. This team has tremendous, what I call adversity tolerance. Doesn't flinch. It can deal with anything. It can deal with pressure moments, pressure situations. And that's what we did tonight. It was a heck of a football game, and to me, one of the classic football games that I've ever been in. It really was. Two teams of that magnitude.
Talk about the defensive stuff.
It was tremendous. I mean, they got in, got a penalty, got a pick, and then got it back, and our kids got pressure. And defense kept rising up in the end, got that saving to field goal, and that was a critical drive. You got to make plays in the red zone. We play great red zone defense in half.
Jimbo, what did you see on the offensive passing first?
I couldn't see it from my side that well, but we had said from the box in the first half they'd ran a play like that, and we thought it was close to that, so we said just be aware of it. And I'd wait and look at it on film. I'll wait and see.
You told the officials to do it?
Yeah, I mean the first half we said always be aware of it. If it's big, call it. If not, it's not. But I don't know. I couldn't see it, so I'll look at it on film from where I was on my side of the field.
Jimbo, after your emotional speech on Jameis on Monday and then the race after the game, did your guys' relationship change at all this week after considering all that's going on?
I don't think so. I mean, that's my job to help mentor and help him. And he's a fun guy to coach and be around. I don't know. I felt the same before going into the week as I do after the week. I've always cared for him like I care for all my players. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Jimbo, what was the key in the second half on offense with the turnaround?
I think we got the ball in and out of our hand. I think we found the matchups we wanted. And I think our offensive line, we had some confusion in the first couple of drives. We had the ball 5 times the first half. We scored 2. We had 3 and out for the turnover. And we were giving up pressure. We had some miscommunication on a couple of blitzes up top. We had some guys, and we got that worked out at halftime. And we were able to pick the blitzes, handle the blitzes, get the ball out of our hands. And Jameis was phenomenal. I think it was, 15 or 16 in the second half for 180 yards.
Were you concerned with how many snaps Notre Dame was able to run in the first half with the defense getting worn down?
Oh, yeah, I was. I knew we had to get the ball. That's why I thought it was important to come out the second half and score right off the bat, which we did.
How did you guys handle the offensive line? The Brits not being here?
Well, we had Spurlock over there, and he had to try. And then we had Brew in the box making the calls down, and then Randy and I would periodically be in and out. They're right there with them making adjustments, and when we would listen on the headset all the adjustments, and we'd walk over and make sure we communicate with them.
How hard must it have been for Rick not to be in the football?
Let me tell you something. And I want to say this: that game, those guys played their tails off. Whoever made that, and he is. You don't understand a man who works so hard, takes so much pride in his work. He's here in the mornings, here to. I mean, I've never been around a guy who takes more pride in his work and works any harder and is any better line coach than he is. And he loves those kids. And I talked to him today on the phone, and he broke down. He did. He cried. And that guy don't cry with nothing, because he felt he was letting me down and letting his team down and those kids down. I mean, in tears. He just, and he just put the phone down and walked. I mean, that's him. He's tough and rough, but he cares. Those kids love him. They play hard for him, and it was very special. And I'm glad they were able to celebrate, by winning that game and giving him that. We got him a game ball. And that game was for him.
Can you describe the scene at halftime, what you said, or what the mood was when you
I just walked in and said, "Got your butts outplayed for a half." But here's the story: 17-10. You're down one. You're down one series, one drive. Two things. I don't have any magical words. I don't have any magical plays. I don't have any magical formula. It's about lining up and making your block, running your route, throwing the ball, doing what you got to do, stopping them on defense. There's no magical formula here. We talked about, we made some adjustments and things we thought would help us, but we got to go out and execute that plan. And I said, think about this: as well as you got outplayed in the first half, you're down one series, you're down one drive, 17-10. We got out, got the drive, got back in the game, got the momentum, and started playing our game.
said you were angry or upset at all, or just
No reason to be. Yeah. That's football. That's sports, man. Sports is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Jimbo, the defense in the second half. Jimbo, the defense in the second half really picked it up. It seems like. Was that more of a want to, or was that some changes?
Both. I mean, we made some adjustments. Charlie made some adjustments, and then they wanted to, and they got a little pep in their step. And offense, we went out there and scored, got them off the field, and kept them scoring on our side. They see the momentum, and they got the ball. When we do, our kids compete. They ain't gonna lay down. We'll keep pushing.
Jimbo Thomas got his first ton.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have him back. As his role continues to grow, he's really going to help us in a lot of areas. You can see the athleticism and the speed and the size.
Your Travis
Jimbo,
Rudolph.
satisfied?
Yeah, Travis Rudolph isn't too bad either. Freshman out there, he had a heck of a night. I don't know what he ended up with, but he played some big moments. He and Rashad shot had another 100-yard day. 6 for 80 for him. Bobo played well. Nick, we got some balls too, But it was a big night.
Satisfying might be the wrong word, but are these wins with Oklahoma State, Clemson, wins like this, are they?
Oh, they're extremely satisfying. I mean, that's what you play for, man. You play in tough games and know how to win and how to compete. That's what you strive to get your program to all the time. To be able to persevere in playing games like this and to be able to win those kind of games. Everybody wants you to blow them out 6. And that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen anywhere. That's what I love about our team and this organization. They have a lot of pride. They know how to win, and they can handle moments and the adversity that comes to them.
The crowd noise tonight was very good.
The crowd was absolutely ridiculous in a good way. And I can't thank them enough for creating that atmosphere. If there's a better atmosphere in college football, I absolutely.
Sure, you've been around a lot of teams that have Brazilian pushed through, but given what this team's dealt with off the field and the close games on, have you seen a team quite like this that's able to push through that stuff?
It's who they are. It's what they do. It's a special group.
Are you under emotional roller coaster like you did in that last drive? They had the 4th and 18. They picked that up. You had to flip here.
Oh, I know. You do, but that's why I say you have to process it and go to the next play. And our kids, they kept doing it. They kept doing it and stayed in the moment. And it was tough. There's no doubt. Coaching and playing.
Is that their strength that they're able to do that?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. They understand.
Carlos didn't have a spectacular stat line, but he seemed like he.
Oh, he had big runs, big physical runs inside, picked the blitz up, and he did a great job in pass pro, got the ball, kind of made a couple nice catches. Just how he competed in the game, you saw it.
Coach, with Rudolph, did you see this coming with Rudolph?
He's been practicing that way, and I've been saying that for some of our meetings for a while. I think he's got a chance to be a very, very good player, and he is developing in a lot of ways. He's a special player.
Dalvin Cook in the start, was that more, not sure with Carlos?
Well, Carlos hadn't practiced as much, and Dalvin playing very well, so we rotate them both ways. Those guys, they don't care. That's why everybody, this team here, you can go start Penner next week, go all play. They don't care. We have a saying, play don't care who makes it. They don't care. Just so somebody makes a play and then on their team makes it, and they're cheering for them. When they get in, don't make plays. And that's the way they play and the way they think.
Coach, you were looking at the season as maybe you needed to teach an attitude of domination, and at some point, it's changing strategy. Let's have fun. Let's adjust. Let's learn. When did you know you didn't have what you had, and it was time to make an adjustment?
No, I don't think we still have an attitude of domination, but it's attitude of domination in competing. And how do you compete is what we dominate. And that's what we do for 60 minutes.
The Golson kids.
Oh, he's really good. Their quarterback's an excellent player. Their receivers, I mean, they're 7 and 88. I mean, all of them, they got good players. They got really good players. They do a good job.
You touched on it. Can you appreciate in the moment how great a game this is? You had two really good quarterbacks playing at a high level.
This guy's going back and forth. You know, somebody called him up in their message and said, this is Ali Frazier. Just in a slugfest, to thrill in Manila, just stand there toe to toe. And that's what it felt like. I mean, you know, you knew they were going to come back, and we were having to get ready. And that's, you know, they have a great team, a great organization, and have done a great job. And that, again, I know the '93 game, I watched it, but very similar in a lot of ways. Very similar in a lot of ways.
When you got the
Except
ball,
we won.
when you get the ball back, you're up 4 about 5 minutes to go.
Wanted to be aggressive, thought we could get a nice run right there, and then all of a sudden got pinned back inside your 4 or 5, and if you throw it, they're going to set on quick stuff, and if you got a chance to get a hold or something crazy, the ball slipped out. So we couldn't, and I thought we had a good run or two call. I like what we had. We just missed the blocks. We just missed the blocks right there in those plays. And wish we could have got it first down, because I wanted to be aggressive more. I wanted to get that first good down run and come out and do it.
What about Jameis? You guys are down at halftime. It comes out like you said, 14 in the second half. It seems like when his back's against the wall, really competitive.
He can compartmentalize, he can focus, he can see, and he has a drive to win. He has a drive for greatness. And not because of him, for his team. He really does.
What was it that you said right after you guys won?
Just very proud of him, how much we cared for him, and what he did. You know, live in the moment, understand the moment. Give yourself a lot of possibility.
Considering your position, you're down a half. Is that as good a half as this point?
Oh, without doubt. And the magnitude of the game and what goes on, that national championship game.
Yeah.
That second half, I mean, I don't know what his numbers were, they were pretty close there too.
You talked about his ability to cry and stuff. You've been around him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not to that level, but I've been around a lot of kids that can do that. And I say this all the time. What these kids grow up in, the adversity they see as young kids in their lives, the tragedy they see in their lives sometimes at young ages, these kids have learned to, okay, I know something, but I can go play this, right? They have learned to do that from the atmospheres and environments that they've grown up in, and I think they do it better than we do. I think we want it to be more of a magnitude, and these kids have learned to do it at a young age. It's become like second nature to a lot of them, the adversity and things they have. And I learned from them in a lot of these episodes and what happens in their life and how they come back and play, and death in the family here, things. I mean, these kids are truly tremendous. Not just our kids, but some of these kids in these atmospheres. I learned from them. They handle that stuff better than I do.
Does the bye week come at the right time for you?
I think it does. Of course, it's the whole bye week, that's Thursday, but we need a couple days off. I mean, especially after an emotional game like that, I think you got to get your bearings back, heal up. That'll be a physical game. Got to heal up, and then it's going to be one heck of a game going to Louisville. That's a tough place to play, and they're playing very well.
Well, talk about Travis Rudolph is become maybe your number 2 receiver.
Yeah, I mean, him and Bobo now, I mean, those guys are getting special. We feel comfortable going there, and it was just, he was having that kind of summer. He broke, the foot, he had to get fixed. And when he come back, he wasn't healthy, he just didn't trust him. He was limping and gimping and trying to heal, and then he was worried about his foot, not worried about assignments and technique. And then all of a sudden he thought, okay, my foot's all right. Then each week you just see him, okay, I know where to line up. I know where my assignment is. Now my technique's getting better. He's just growing as a player. You know what I'm saying? And he's a very good player. He and Erman Lane, all those youngsters, Vaughn, I mean, they're all going to be really good players.
That kind of size is what we saw last year with Kelvin. We saw
The size and strength and the running ability, it makes a difference, man. I mean, now, Bobo and Kermit are special. You got to be special when you're little guys like they are, but that size makes a difference.
How long was it until you saw the flag on the pass interference, and what were those?
Somebody called it up top right off the bat.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, somebody they called it. They called it immediately, and
so you weren't thinking at that point that anything
going? They said flag kick. I mean, soon as our guys up top saw it.
Why? I know it's Carlos. What's the thought process?
About what?
Carlos.
Oh, it don't matter. I mean, our guy, like I said, our guys say, play don't care who makes it. They don't care who's in the game. Dalvin's in the game, Carlos in the game, they're all going to play. It doesn't matter. We just rotate them all.
Do you know any updates before we know about Rick and if he'll be really good?
Rick's doing very well. He was in great shape today. Got to watch the game with his son, and and I'm not going to speak for it, but everything is going exceptionally well, and we actually expect it back this week.
You got to get Coach to radio.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. It's huge.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.